Hello friends, Klaige back again. Gonna do a little bit of a different video this time with regards to matches. Rather than just uploading the edited cut footage of each match of a set against a particular character or player, I got in a 16-game set against Rogueyoshi's Chipp, and I have not really faced very many competent Chipps yet. So I thought this would be the perfect series to have me actually commentate and walk you through my decision makings and what's going on, where I'm making mistakes, where I'm making adjustments, and all that good stuff. So this is going to be a two-part thing. I'm going to record these. I'll upload this one today, the first half, and then I'll get the second one recorded, upload it probably tomorrow. And I think it's a good way to do it because I definitely struggle in the first half of this set, so I think it's going to be good to show how I try to make adjustments, but not a lot of them always work and such. And so it'll kind of be the tale of two stories as I learn and adapt to the matchup. And I think that'll be really useful for people to watch and get to hear, you know, what I'm thinking when I'm playing and how I'm trying to adapt, all that good stuff. So we're going to go through these. I'm going to do 8 games apiece. Like I said, 16 game set. So let's just jump in and I'll kind of walk you through my process here. So going to game one, I've never played Rogueyoshi in any game, so I don't really know his player tendencies or how he likes to play, and I'm still not super familiar with Chipp, so a lot of these early games are just going to be me testing the waters on things, trying stuff out. So right off the bat, playing respectful, interrupt with crouching punch. I cancel in the butterfly pretty early because I just want to see what he'll do. That's kind of an early litmus test I like to do against new players. Get my auto guard in early, see that's going to work, so that's an option on the table. Catch with the Fujin. Didn't expect that to hit, so I do fan needles, and he gets away. Gold burst is a little unfortunate because now the pressure begins. Jump out of leaf grab, which is fine. There's another litmus test I like to do, an early Rin, see if they know how to react. He backdashes out, which tells me that it's probably not going to be easy to sneak in bad Fujin follow-ups. And now I'm in the corner, get counter hit, opt to use my burst because that's not a good place to be. Doing my usual double jump. Dust, trying to control space with Ko, seeing if he's going to do anything, get caught by the double overhead. That's really nice use of that move. And now Chipp shenanigans are happening. I'm still not very good at blocking Alpha Blade with it being a cross-up. Tried to Ko there, get stuffed. And yeah, not a lot going my way in this first round. I really don't have a good feel for this yet, but I'm just kind of throwing stuff out. Auto guard again, and yeah, that's auto guard all right. Even was in close S range, still got uppercut out of it. That's a good reaction from him, all things considered, but that feels bad. That's not how auto guard is supposed to work, but what are you going to do? Cornered again, kind of feeling a little lost here. Early on, I do not challenge Gamma Blade at all, which causes me to get a bunch of risk, and now I'm going for the ride up the wall and eating a huge damage combo from Chipp. Don't know why I didn't Roman cancel that, but I finally am just like, okay, I'm tired of trying to block. Let's just try and interrupt with auto guard super. It does hit, gives me a little bit of a chance to come back here, but he has a lot of meter to play with. I'm desperately trying to block. Finally get caught with the overhead, so pretty suffocated in this first game. Just not really sure when I can poke. Anji having such slow buttons, I'm kind of afraid to challenge Chipp, even though I know a lot of this is not necessarily true frame advantage, and there's gaps in there. I don't really understand those gaps yet, so I'm kind of playing with knowledge gaps on my side for a change here instead of, you know, someone not having knowledge about Fujin, for example. So I got pretty smothered there, just kind of couldn't get away, had to eat a lot of blocking, got my wrist crank, and eventually I just got frustrated, tried to either mash out or do something, and clearly it didn't work. So first game, nothing too great going on there. But as you could tell, I was playing pretty hesitant, trying to get a feel for what's going to come my way, what kind of playstyle and pressure Rogueyoshi's going to use in this set. So here, trying to get, you know, stray Ko hits. Does knock away the Shuriken, which I didn't know, so that's kind of interesting that that'll just knock Shuriken away. Jump out of the leaf grab. Leaf grab is really hard to punish in this game. I'm still not very good at it. The only reasonable punish I found is trying to jump an instant air throw, but man, that's tough to do, especially on reaction. So I was definitely mashing, almost certainly mashing auto guard super there, trying to interrupt. Failed, got counter hit for it. Stuck in the corner. I'm just like, please let me out. I don't want to block anymore. Nice job, Fares, just whiffing right on top of Chipp. Feels great. Counter hit again. Doesn't kill me on the spot, but it doesn't matter because, yeah, didn't know how to react, and yeah, already down a game. Almost got my burst back, which is, you know, something, but hasn't been a good opening. Yet again, auto guard, and I fail to properly punish because close S is apparently too slow. I get gold bursted. That feels real bad. So I'm just kind of looking for anything, get a little momentum. Finally catch a counter hit Ko, but I'm going under him. So that right there, that sequence where I just ran up and tried to do like a strike throw mix up, and I get backdashed, that's really important in this set of games. I am going to get destroyed by Chipp's backdash for a good while in this set. I had a real problem adapting my game plan to try and stop Chipp from backdashing consistently out of my stuff, because unlike my character and a lot of characters in this game, Chipp's backdash is actually pretty good, and it's pretty frustrating for Anji to deal with, all things considered. Opt to burst there. Finally, auto guard punish. I opt to reset because I didn't have enough meter right away, and it works. So I get away with that, take my wall break. And now what am I going to do? Yep, air dash in. I was definitely going to throw there, didn't get it. Finally starting to challenge a little bit with crouching punch, not just sit there and block forever. He wire sees. I do get very lucky there. I was just interrupting, and he happened to be so close that leaf grab got stuffed by my crouching punch. That was not a planned thing. That was a, well, I wanted to interrupt, and I got away with it. So hooray for me. Counter hits, feel bad, going to the corner. Just trying to follow and chase down Chipp is so rough. Jump H, not enough hit stun to counter. So I don't actually get to combo there. Again, being tentative. I know he has meter, so I kind of want to pick and choose my spot. Looking for an auto guard, but nothing doing. Finally get counter hit. I don't have a burst. This is going to hurt a lot because I was blocking forever, and that's a lot of wrist crank. Ow, my face. And yeah, that was really blatant, and he didn't fall for it. And I probably should have taken note of that because guess what? I'm going to do that again later in the set. And yeah, yet again. Push to the corner, just don't really know what to do. So right now I'm kind of feeling a little lost. Got smoked by the backdash in that one situation, failed a couple auto guard punishes, and just in general don't have a good feel for what on earth I'm supposed to do with Chipp's pressure. And the important part about this is that I'm seeing things that I clearly need to go into the lab and work on, right? Like, I'm being smothered by this pressure. I'm not doing a good job trying to fight my way out. And so I've got to figure out, are there gaps in this? Are there real ways I can challenge? Or is Anji just at the mercy of this because he has slow buttons and it's something I need to go lab? So, start with a Fujin because I'm just trying. Right now, I'm just like, give me a big straight counter hit. Let me do some damage to Chipp and try and even up this thing a little bit. Counter hit. Try and frame trap for the first time with close S and the close S. It's not a true frame trap, obviously, because close S is down frames, but people are not going to mash on Anji. Finally a counter hit, and instantly he burst. Smartly. That wasn't really a spot I was going to red Roman cancel to try and bait a burst. Back in the corner, still respecting Gamma Blade. I do get to jump out, block this, finally. But it's far S, not close S, so I don't get a real combo, and I'm real sad about it. Yeah, combo to dust. Not dead yet. Have full meter, and this was just a... This is just a call out. I was sick of trying to chase him. He's in the air. I'm like, I'm just going to dash forward and auto guard super and hope he sticks something into it. And luckily, Shuriken was able to trigger the auto guard super, and because he was so close to the wall break comes out, and I get the kill despite not getting the full super. This finally, I'm going to run this back real quick. Let's see. It is... Which button is it? Okay, so this is all the way next. So let's see. This button for the next round. There we go. So let me get back to this confirm, because this was an important first adjustment that I made. This is kind of like the first breakthrough I had in this particular, right there. So see how I did the close S into close S again? This is the first time that I kind of noticed, like, man, trying to do close S into throw or delaying my Gatling really isn't getting me anywhere. Let me make an actual gap and see if he tries to escape or mash and backdash. And this time I finally am able to catch him, and I take full advantage. Like, this is This is chunky damage. So this is the first time in this set where I'm like, okay, you can fight this character. You've got some legs now. Immediately I go back and test it again, seeing what it'll do. I know I'm going to get positive tension. This kind of caught me off guard. I did not expect an uppercut there, but I also didn't want far S because, well, when I'm in that range, I'm looking for close S. Didn't get what I wanted. Nice dash grab there. That's a gross mix-up. I got out of it, but now I'm cornered. I opt to burst because I'm like, I don't want to go to a third round. I want to try and get a game, finally get a KO and confirm it. So I'm like, okay, good things finally happening here. Some okay adjustments being made. I was able to catch him either mashing or doing something that got me a big hit that I, you know, took full advantage of. I confirmed that into 80% into a hard knockdown. You can't ask for anything more. So at this point, I'm like, all right, cool. We're getting some ideas, kind of getting an idea of how Rogueyoshi's going to approach these matchups, and maybe I can start playing a little better here. You probably noticed, like, Ko has not been connecting very often. Chipp's triple jump puts him so high in the air, it's actually kind of hard to catch him. So, yeah. That was something I opted in between games. I'm like, I'm going to open with forward punch. I want to see if it beats anything. And it did, so that was nice. So I got me an early hit. Finally, an auto guard punish. He just uses burst, so I'm going to go for all the damage here. I opt to not break the wall, because I figured if I open him up with a butterfly mix-up in any way, he's probably dead with the wall. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out, so I get cornered. Thankfully, I get wall broke out and still have a decent amount of health to play with in this first round. Still respecting Gamma Blade, probably respecting it too much. PRC catches me hitting buttons. This, I just mashed throw. Not even going to front. I was unsure what to do, and so I'm just like, I'm just going to try and throw him in the corner. Yet again, another failed punish on auto guard. Please, Arxis, make auto guard not so funky. Finally, right there, I challenged Gamma Blade. I finally did it, everybody. I stuck my frickin' foot out, and what do you know? I got out of Gamma Blade. This was kind of the light bulb, where I'm like, okay, a lot of these Gamma Blades are not real. There's room to challenge, and that's an important thing to happen for me. It's going to come back and bite me in some later games where I think I have room to challenge, and I kind of don't, at least with not what I'm trying to challenge with. But that's an important moment in this set, for sure. Just throwing Ko out, seeing if I catch him jumping. There, I tried to push a button, get mollywop for it. Thankfully, he drops the combo, so not a huge punish, but immediately back in the corner. Jump 2K is a menace. Auto guard, there we go. Real punish. I beta burst, but he smartly waits until he sees me continue the combo. So good job not panic bursting there. That leaf grab was really close, and that's really hard to stop. Again, drop combo giving me a little bit of life here. I opt to burst because I think I might be able to run this back because he has so little resources, and sure enough, I am correct. That burst would have been pretty bad if I don't finish off that round, because I would have went in the third round waiting for burst to come back and kind of been in a difficult situation, but I saw he was out of meter, and I'm like, all right, if I get any stray hit, it's going to be enough. He'll not be able to burst it. I'll be able to confirm, and sure enough, I was able to make that happen. So back-to-back games of fairly solid decision-making. I'm still probably being a little too hesitant on defense, but I think that's just kind of how you get when you play Anji in this game, because we know we don't have great interrupt buttons. We just don't have buttons to challenge people's pressure very often. So we're in Game 5 now. At this point, I believe it's 2 games apiece. So I got pretty rocked in those first 2 games. Now I've made some nice adjustments. I'm feeling pretty good about my play now. Like, I've got at least a decent handle on how to fight Chipp and fight this player's particular style with Chipp. So it's nice. Ko, again, nowhere in the neighborhood because of the triple jump. And I get my wrist cranked to the moon. So, yeah, if you looked up there, my wrist was maxed. And I got counter hit, so not even going to front. I hit the burst button immediately. I'm just like, if I get burst baited here, that really sucks. But if I take this combo, I'm going to be down 80%. So let's just let it rip. Finally, I use my brain and just stop trying to do cute auto guard punishes and throw. But then I immediately turn my brain back off and try to get the big damage. And I do, so good job, I guess. I did it. Consistent decision-making is definitely part of fighting games. Sometimes you just go by feel, everybody. That little moment there was eye-opening for me. I did not realize that Chipp can time Beta Blade to go in between fan needles. So this actually puts me on the back foot a little bit because suddenly my quote-unquote safe option out of Fujin feels very not safe. I didn't think Chipp's DP would have that option just because it doesn't reach nearly as high as a lot of the other ones. So that was a bit of an eye-opener. I saw him try it earlier in games, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't seem to work. If I'm unsure of what I want to do, just throw fan needles. If he blocks it, cool, I'll get a chance to keep pressure. If he jumps out, I'm not happy about it, but at least I'm not getting punished or anything. So this little moment put me on the back foot a bit to see that happen. Jump 2K, that sure is a button Arxis let Chipp have. What an air normal. That was almost a really gross confirm. That would have been pretty nasty. This is a nice DRC combo. That's a lot of damage, all things considered, for Chipp, especially with Anji's guts. BRC to just blatantly chase me down. That was pretty blatant on my part. This is something I don't pick up on very quick, and it's something I'm guilty of, and not just this set, but a lot of games I play, is I will definitely reversal auto guard super or auto guard super with a gap, just assuming people are going to do basic pressure. And good players who know anything about Anji really start changing up and looking for throws once you have 50%. So I got smoked for that, and rightfully so, and it's not going to be the first time that happens. Again, respecting Gamma Blade. This time I tried to challenge. Finally, a crouching punch does interrupt there, so I'm like, okay. Ko just barely doesn't reach. Really wanted that. There we go. Now I'm getting more ideas. Like there, I'm just like, what if I just 2K Gamma Blade? Can I stuff it? And right there, it did. So I'm like, okay, I maybe have an answer now. Maybe I don't have to sit here and get my wrist gauge cranked to the moon every single time I block a string. Again, another good air intercept there by Rogueyoshi. Puts me right back in the corner. I try to interrupt again. This time, going for the right. I should have bursted. I should have bursted way earlier than that. There's no way for Chipp there in multiple thoughts trying to keep up, commentating your own match. I should have bursted that wall combo way sooner because there's no way for Chipp to bait burst up there. So I took like 3 extra hits of unnecessary damage. And then again, fan needles beaten by Beta Blade. So now I'm like, well, this is no fun. I kind of have a problem, don't I? He's changing up his pressure now, not relying on Gamma Blade so much. I panic, mash, go to the wall, down to the magic pixel, and I did it again. I shouldn't have done that. That was very blatant and not smart, but I think it was one of those where he was like, oh, he's going to auto guard super. I should just sit here. And then he saw me flinch, so he hit a button. And it just happened to be the button that swang into auto guard super. So this worked. That doesn't necessarily mean it was a good decision. It was probably incorrect. Sometimes you make bad decisions in fighting games and get hooked up, but doesn't matter. I take a jump D to the face and, yeah, drop that game pretty convincing fashion. Just auto guard super does so much damage, and it does so much damage against Chipp. You know, when it hits, you just feel super smart, and you're like, yeah, I did it. I found my spot. That'll teach you to swing into me, and that was a really obvious place to auto guard super, and I should have gotten punished for it. So I will acknowledge that I should have gotten punished for it. So now, kind of, you know, I figured out a couple more things. Like, I found a couple ways to try and challenge Gamma Blade, but I'm still not getting out of defense very well a lot of the time. I've had my fan needles get stuffed, so now I have more things to think about, you know, how I want to adjust. There I finally challenged with crouching punch. So, okay, this sequence right here that just happened, where I get offensive advantage. I go into Fujin because, well, it's the only move I have that's very fast that challenges Chipp on the ground, and I don't feel good about it, but it is what it is, right? So I see him block. I've seen my fan needles get punished twice now, right, by Beta Blade. So I'm like, just do Nagia. Just make him block his feet. At least you're not going to get punished for doing it. And very smartly, he runs up and just throws me, knowing I'm not going to be swinging after that. Because, well, I'm -7 against Chipp, who has really fast buttons and really fast movement. You know, as expected, decide time to wait my turn because I'm down a lot of frames. And he runs up and chucks me and gets a lot of damage, not a lot of damage, but a healthy damage for a throw and a wall break. So, that's an important thing that I took note of instantly when that happened. I'm like, okay, that needs to go in the memory bank. RCs get pressure. I get out. I opt to just do regular pressure instead of going for another throw because I'm like, maybe I have some room. That sucked. That part really sucked. I'm like, he's going to burst. Let me back up. Wait a minute. And then I'll go ahead and do close S. And I backed up one step too far and got far S. And then I got bursted. And then I got sad because now I have lost my offensive advantage. Again. Far slash, you're a nice neutral button. I like you very much. I hate it when you activate when I'm like 2 feet from the opponent. Please let close S activate at a better proximity. Arxes, please. Anyway, back to what we're doing here. Auto guard. This time I don't do anything cute. Take the throw. I decide to Fujin after this butterfly because I'm like, I want gapless pressure here. I want to not give him any chance to try and backdash or anything like that. And I do force the wire C, and yet again, another blatant auto guard call out because I'm like, he wire C'd. People after they wire C usually swing at you because it's their turn, so I should just auto guard super. And I really need to start reminding myself that good players will look down at your tension meter and go, Anji has 50%. I need to throw a lot. And sure enough, Rogueyoshi gets off a defense by using a wire C, smart use of resources, and then runs up and throws me because I auto guard super. I deserve it. Plain and simple. I deserve it. Alright. That was a nice little whiff that got me in there. Auto guard, throwing, doing smart things now. Throwing again, challenging stuff. Keep my pressure going here. And this time, no. This was one of the better adjustments I made in this first half of this set, was this little thing going, all right, last time I did Nagiha, he ran up and blatantly threw at me because he knew I was going to sit there. And so when I saw him dash at me after Nagiha, I instantly went, throw him. Hit the throw button. Do it right now. Chip moves really fast. He'll get in proximity. Just trust yourself. Throw. And sure enough, it worked. I get to butterfly him again. And ta-da. Spin the entire round throwing Chip to the ground. Receive a round win. So I was actually very proud of that adjustment. That one felt good. Back to not challenging Gamma Blade and getting hit by counter hit forward heavy. That's no fun. Do catch a Ko, which is nice. Finally, a strike throw works. Get the corner. Have some nice pressure going. Catch him with Nagiha. Catch him pushing buttons. I wish I would have Roman canceled faster. I could have baited that burst, but didn't happen. So now, Ko trades. I will take that trade because it's still a knockdown. And he was pushing something. Don't know what, but I will take it. And I am able to pull that game from my backside. So, one good adjustment after the block Nagiha. I was very happy with that. But I still, at this point in the set, I still don't feel like I have a very good grip on this matchup. Or, you know, and especially against Rogueyoshi. I'm just kind of, I still feel like I'm kind of flailing. And a lot of times when you're playing against pixie characters like Chip that are really fast and hard to chase down, sometimes you just end up flailing. Like, that's just something you kind of have to do. You kind of have to put moves out and hope they run into it with their face once in a while. So now, trying to put together what I've learned and what I know about this matchup, what I know about Rogueyoshi's tendencies. Putting it to good use, as you can see, as I immediately get counter hit and have to burn my burst. And then receive a gold burst in return. So not the best exchange of burst resources there, but I'm not dead, so. First time auto guard spin works, so in my mind, I'm like, cool, that's on the table now. Smart use of him to use the upwards Gamma Blade to cross over and put me in the corner, because now I'm in the corner and he gets this. Go for the ride, get the wall break. Feels bad, man. But I do have a lot of meter to play with. That right there, that's the first time I've done that. That's the first time I've been like, I'm going to hop and try and throw him. Maybe I can catch him sleeping. He instantly backdash, which means he is more or less probably buffering backdash for any gap, knowing that it's just most likely going to get him out of anything I do. And if you want to talk about not learning from your own mistakes, well, just watch the rest of this round and a couple games forward here. You're gonna see. Nagiha catches. I will take it. I have enough meter. Just do the double Roman cancel. Hit your execute combos when they're in range. That's really important. So I go up around even though I don't feel great about a lot of my decisions in that round. So Nagiha, I opt to backdash, catch a sweep. That's what I like to see. Unfortunately, too far to carry. I don't convert the whole combo, which is a big deal. I could have definitely, at the very least, gotten that Fujin and pushed him all the way to the corner. Leaf grab, really, really close, so I get smoked for it. I opt to burst because I'm like, all right, let's try and take this round. This is a nice conversion. And that right there. Okay. So, if you want to talk about a moment in this set where I start to tilt a little, that moment right there is one of those points. He drops a combo that ends in Beta Blade, and instead of standing on the ground waiting and punishing it, I just have a brain malfunction and jump up. And it was one of those where, like, I was so shocked that it happened, I didn't know what to do, and so I just jumped. And immediately when I jumped, I'm like, oh, you moron. So, of course, I immediately get hit, get wall broke, lose the round, and now I'm kicking myself. Not feeling too great. But I'm like, you know, it's not a tournament, so it's like you let it go. And, of course, Far S activates. This time it actually punishes because, I don't know, consistency. Auto card is so janky sometimes. I really want it better normalized, but that's not part to this video. Get pushed in the corner, gonna get wall break. Kind of surprised he didn't super there and take hard knockdown, but, you know, I'll take it. BRC to chase down immediately. Knows he has positive tension pulse. Nagiha, I opt to RC. And again, I get backdashed. And I get smoked. That's a bad burst. That's a very bad burst, but I figure that combo's killing me no matter what. So I guess I just burst and call it checkmate. But sometimes bad bursts get away with stuff because he opted to use dust instead of just jumping up and killing me. So now I get to throw him and suddenly I have life in this round. This hits and I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to kill him. Run up. Ko. Only one hit of Ko. God damn it. You can probably all guess what's going to happen from here. Now, I missed my game ender by a single hit because there was too much weight on the combo, and now I'm in a scramble situation against Chipp, who is way better at scrambling than Anji is. And now, after the snafu in the round before, and then that combo failing to do the job, I am feeling a little flustered and a little tilted. So, I'm going to do one more game. Like I said, I'm going to split this up into 2 8-game pieces. Right now, we're in the worst part of the entire set for me, because if you played like in Ranked or Celestia at all, you know that usually when you play the set, you go and set to 3 games before you're kicked back to the lobby and have to rematch, right? So that was the first game of a 3-game set, and this particular 3-game set doesn't go well. We're going to watch game 2 of it, and then I will cut off, and then the next video we'll be talking about how I adjust to this this section of not very good gameplay that you're going to see out of the long-time Anji player. Gold bursted right off the bat. That feels bad. I try to kind of Hail Mary a Rin. I don't know why I would do that when he has all the meter in the world. So now I'm just kind of like, well, I auto-guarded a Shuriken. That's neat. Overhead into a confirm. Very smart. Doesn't get the full combo, so that's kind of nice, but I immediately get scooped again. BRC confirm. Kind of a neat combo, though it leaves him pretty far away. Fishing with sweep, trying to get a counter hit, but now I'm respecting Gamma Blade, and now I'm very dead. So yeah, the end of that last game is definitely sticking right now. I'm not feeling too good. I'm definitely flustered. I'm probably saying words that would probably get this video demonetized because YouTube doesn't like the F word. Trying to get anything going. Forward heavy gets me a counter hit, and I have to reset. I should have just did kick Fujin there. That was definitely a mistake. I could have gotten more, but we'll take it. It was a little bit of momentum. Still getting wrecked by Gamma Blade. I don't know why I don't confirm Far S into something there. That's a mistake. Like I said, not very good gameplay. I'm a little flustered. Hail Mary a Rin again. It happens to work. I thought that was going to wall stick. It didn't. But I do a nice job just kind of holding the corner, and I do steal this round back. So, despite not playing very well, I managed to get through. And now, immediately in auto guard, I'm like, okay. All right, we can play a little bit. Smart burst, catches, and again, not learning from mistakes. I do it again. Back to back. That's what we call autopiloting. I'm using Hop, which I've shown you all in the Fujin video, that Hop is a goddamn terrible move. And twice in a row I use it. And twice in a row I get punished for using it because I just autopiloted because I'm just like, I just want to stay on top of him. I just want to maintain pressure. And here I get thrown. I should have been looking for throws because I'm above 50%. Challenge that, which is nice. Burn my meter to maintain pressure. Try to auto guard spin, backdash, as you can see, and get stuffed. So, where we are in this set so far, I've made a couple okay adjustments. I've stolen a couple rounds because Anji does big damage and Chipp takes big damage. But I have definitely not figured out what to do with Chipp's backdash yet. That is causing me a lot of problems in multiple areas. And I still am just getting smothered on defense. Not doing a good job escaping, respecting Gamma Blade, having a generally difficult time. So, I'm going to cut this one off here. Hopefully this is useful and enjoyable to you all. If you prefer this kind of match video, I will definitely do them once in a while. These take a lot longer, obviously, because I need to take notes on the rounds and then speak. And I'm not editing it up, so it's a lot longer to process. But if you're into these kind of videos where I commentate and go through my decision making, I will try to do these like once every week or two to mix up just the general match footage. So let me know in the comments if this was something you enjoyed. Do you just want me to shut the hell up so you can watch and learn for yourself? Either way is cool with me. I'm just going to try some different things. I'm trying to do as many ways to give information and ideas about Anji and matchups and all that as I can to y'all. So for now, appreciate y'all watching. Please take care of yourselves. Stop by the stream sometime over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Klaige. And until the next half of this set, I will see you all later. Thanks for watching.